Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well today. Um, I have you ever have found yourself going somewhere completely different and seeing yourself having completely new experiences, different things that you've come across and stuff like that, and um, and if you're watching my video today and you're somebody who like me, has been through a lot of different experiences, then I'd like to say that you've done really well to get this far today. Um, I I'm not like most people. You can say like I'm like a black sheep out of the herd of white sheep in a field. So, and there's a big uh, something very big I came across, which I was told that I was autistic. Now, those of you who might be watching and are aware that you may have been called autistic from your parents through some kind of medical practitioner, GP or something like that, no matter where you're from, okay? I just want to let you know that doesn't mean you've got an illness. That doesn't mean you've got a disorder. It doesn't mean you've got some kind of medical underlying condition that makes you what people say you're ill, you're mental. That's just rubbish. And I'm here to tell you that I'm one of those people who's been labelled autistic, where in fact I've done self-spiritual practicing myself. I do it myself, and that I just want to say that if you know this as well and you're watching this, then it's likely the chance that you could be somebody who's had the same experiences as I have, who's looking to seek for like-minded connection. You're looking for that perspective of finding truth, finding your real, true essence of yourself, authentic self, spiritually, and somebody like, if you know about stuff that isn't what they say about these labels, because they are, it's because they're people who do things, they are already got special talents. Now these can range from being, the best way I can start saying about these things is that, first of all, if you're suddenly, say, if you're sitting very quietly on your own and you are just, blanking off the world around you, focus on yourself, having solitude, okay, and you suddenly you start getting like a ooh or like a buzzing in the ears. People say, "Oh, it's tinnitus." If it's tinnitus, your ears would be aching, and you wouldn't be able to hear. Okay, and if you're not in pain in your ears and you can hear, then that isn't that. What you may be having is actually what's called ear ringing. And it is a spiritual message from your higher self, your guides, your higher beings, sky beings. Okay. And So sometimes for me is I get a lot of ear ringing for me. Some people they can get clairvoyance. They could be clairvoyant where they can hear different things and messages that come through, and also another sign is that if you're someone who is connected to going what was right in the heart, so what you bring from the heart is what you can give around, okay? So for example, if it's compassionate to others, to all things in nature, do things that's truly for yourself, you know what's right. Also, going with what's right, go for your gut feelings or instincts. And one of the most great things about this is that I've learned to do, you by doing the journaling your because these are like spiritual symptoms or signs of spiritual symptoms that you could be having, is because you're doing things within yourself that's more, you're going with, you know, yourself. You're just going around, you're just going with yourself, what's right within, okay? I've been around all sorts of places in my time, and at the moment I'm currently I'm out on holiday, and like sometimes it's not always like what in the mainstream they say what's going on, sometimes it can be, if you like, I've been on holiday here in Turkey for a couple of days now, and I've had the most amazing experiences. I've had people who've helped me get a charger for my phone. Somebody gave me a map of the area where we're at. So if we ever, and so there is people, and there's things like the universe is watching, God is watching over what you're doing, and He's giving things out and helping you along your journey to experience life naturally as it is sent from the higher, to give you, to help you with that experience. What can I do from this? For example, if you get something like a map, and next time you come back to a place, you get more to know where you are, what you're doing, where the things are around in that place. And you can familiarise with yourself and with what's around, okay, and others, okay. Yeah. So also I like doing tarot. I am probably always said, like, I'm into spirituality. I also like doing, just supporting the truthers that I know myself, but I won't say just for just to be for security and safety reasons, okay. So I follow truth communities and things like that to know what's really going on. But there is great things if you keep a positive mindset. You do positive things, making higher choices. And what I mean by higher choices is making higher conscious, doing things through higher consciousness. So go through, to say, having a very dream that could potentially be prophetic, biblical, because it can become that depending on where it's linking from, or messages. Dreams have messages. They have interpretations of dreams. Okay, is those messages? If you're because these are gifts, you see, these are what they call spiritual gifts. So you get ear reading. There's messages. So this is your left side. The left side is the external part, which is the outer messages from the higher outside of what's around you. And then you have the right side. Now, the right ear is responsible for taking in that's messages from about the internal and understanding. If you look into what is ear reading, you can go on YouTube, watch all sorts of different videos, and you can see that different people, like who are spiritual teachers, spiritualists, can tell you all about that. They can also, like, you all look up what are different spiritual gifts, and these people who are all having these experiences. It's also another thing I want to tell you guys is that from finding out things, and I came across somebody that that helped me. I did a course on spirituality and talking about other dimensional, higher, benevolent, positive, whatever you want to call them, ETs beings. They're all the same. And a lot of this guy I watched, he's really good. And I know I said earlier about safety and security reasons. Okay, I'm saying that because I'm just being careful of what I meant to say. Okay, is that if you go and look up on YouTube, there's a guy, Ishmael Perez, who is really fascinating guy. He's the one I did the course with. Okay, and I I did a course for him for 4 weeks, and what it is called, it's basically a course for people who want to seek more spiritual cosmic knowledge, and understand where we are within where we are as humanity, to what timeline we're going through, and the different shifts of realities of where we are at the moment. And I can tell you that for what he's told me, and I don't know if you guys, those who might be watching, know that people who have been labelled autistic, others such as ADHD, say Asperger's syndrome, Asperger's, okay, these labels that they label on you from birth, no matter if it's early age, non-verbal, later in life, doesn't matter. The fact is, okay, that this is because you inherit special gifts, talents, and also that they're one of the most highly evolved, intelligent beings of humans. A lot of them are star seeds. Okay, and what I mean by that is star seeds is basically a human, or it's a soul incarnated as a human on Earth to assist in humanity, their spiritual evolution and consciousness. Basically, whatever you do depends on the choices, is what frequency you emit at. So if if you understand that You got from 1D, 2D, 3D. Then there's the 4D, 5D as well. I mean, there's above, it goes higher and higher and higher. Um, yeah, and but yeah, there's millions and millions of star seeds on Earth out of how many people are approximately in the moment. Okay, and yeah, there is different star seeds. There's different and so yeah. Anyway, so back what I meant to say was about the. So what I meant, so with high and lower frequencies is basically you can imagine like a spiral chart like this, going like that. The top is all loving, compassionate, higher dimensional energy self, all about unconditional love. And then you've got the opposite to light. So light is the higher, and then you're making, so you've got higher choices, which is the better, which is more making more higher consciousness choices. Okay, then you've got this level, so the midpoint, and then from there, which is like about 3D, you have lower frequency and lower choices. So that means you're in the basement, you have to get out of the basement, and then you want yourself to be up at the top of the tower in the penthouse. So like you can't do anything in the basement. You're in the dark. It's dim. It's nothing. Okay, but when you work your way up, being the higher, you get more of a status. Basically, you get a bit of a better. Not status. Sorry, you get like a better. You're raising your frequency basically from that down, from down to up. And this is what I was going to say about there is oppositional effects depending on the choices is what frequency you emit from it. So expect if you're doing good higher, so if you're doing higher choices, you're going to get more positive outcomes and experiences, like by showing love, showing compassion, showing understanding, reflecting passionately, being passionate. But whereas if you're doing things which obviously, if it's something like it relates to dark, it's you're not doing good things. So like if you're some business is saying it's like a god, there's a well-known biblical phrase statement that if you kill, someone might kill you. If you steal, someone will steal from you. And also that if you hurt someone, someone might hurt you as well. And this is about, it's about the karma and where you are. So that's why I wanted to make this video, because I felt this was something it would be. I've not done a video like this before, and I just thought I'll do a video about anybody who may be experiencing the same stuff as I personally have. But it's shining lovely outside. I'm on holiday at the moment, and but guys, you need to sometimes take a step outside their box. Okay, it's not always what they say. Oh, because how do you know? Or you can look from a perspective, think, wait a minute, really, is this what they're saying? Want to show us so they can say it? Or if you go and see it for yourself, go somewhere and you really get a real true experience from it, you know what to do from it. And then, like, say for example, what can I do from, say, like you probably know what I'm trying to say. But yeah. But yeah. So just because, and also another thing I just want to say before I finish the video is that when you are in a state of being you are the essence of the universe, of everything, of what's around. Because if there was, because honestly, with the amount of people, amount of the mainstream media keeps saying, "Oh, there's going to be nuclear bombs. There's going to be this. There's going to be that." Then how come there's billions and billions of people still here then? Um, Everything looks completely fine, calm, normal. Okay. Um. So, but what's happening in Gaza, things with Hamas, is the extremist people saying that they are adopting their way of extremism from the originality of their culture is what they're doing. So you got like people adopting their own religion, so basically making up their own religion, like a cult basically. They do that, and then what they do is they make it into extremists by doing that, opposing that, oh, they're all bad, we're right, they're wrong. That's just a lower choice making frequency choice. Um, because I've been hearing so much about this, about the thing with Gaza and Hamas, and because there could be people like myself saying the same thing what I've just said, that the people from that area within that place probably may know something like that, and that they're probably they're doing things like that to try and make out that you know what I'm trying to say. And also you have basically when you are making things within what's around in nature. Now I'm saying about when you are co-creating, you can create things from what you have, what you do, what you can use. Okay. um like a little I have a little like a it's like a philosophy, a bit of a philosophy of, for what comes off naturally is what there is, like it's been given naturally by the natural forces within nature. Okay. um like from like you can make what's around you. So personally, I've done beach combing, or you can do go within nature, making stuff out of nature, and then that is in one of the other teachings of God is of the essence universe, and with the infinite of the universe, and that is that that is the source of God. When you are being a creator, you are a creator of the God. You're an essence of Him. Is what. So you are. So if you are creating stuff naturally out of making art, you're making a community or something like that, and you're doing the higher choices. You're raising your frequency, your vibration. Then expect to have better experiences. Expect to understand, to get good outcomes, better outcomes. And guys, we've all been through loopholes. We've all been through mistakes and gone different rabbit holes. and that's the source of God. Is yeah. So that's the source of God's creation, is where you are creating things out of everything, because everything is designed, everything around is perfectly naturally made, is because you are perfect of yourself. Think about why you know, because you are one, because you are one of all, of everything. You are, what I love is that when you start creating things from your experiences, when you start learning about what can I do from this, what can I understand from this. And another thing actually I just want to add before I end this video and say is, I'm somebody I have been through not very good, just want to be careful what I'm saying, I've not been through a very good, I've had like someone I know personally, I've had not very good relationship with, and I know who I'm talking about, but I'm not going to say. And it's not someone who I'm with because I'm actually on holiday. It's somebody else completely different, I know. For example, people who do not change their ways, people who do not understand that maybe you are the source of the problem, that maybe it is your fault because of what you've done, because you've not changed, you not have let go, or you have not worked on yourself to own up what you've done. You own, you know, um, people who are suddenly, these people could be, they're people who could be potentially, they're like psychotic, or people who've become, they're like, it's like from what I've watched and listened to some people say, that it could be a form of people under an underlying medical condition, which could be bipolar, or it could be something like, it's a form of narcissistic behaviour. So 1 minute changing or something really, really positive, and then suddenly just being really disgusting, violent and nasty. That's narcissistic traits. And I know that I've seen people, I have experienced that kind of, you could say, black experience. But the best things to do from it is let them work on themselves. They have to go down their own path as a cycle of their own self. Because if they don't work, because if they're not going to understand, they're not going to work on themselves, expect to have the same problems. Expect people, expect to lose everything. Expect to, then you got to work on it. Yeah. Or somebody like that as well is that if they take money, want this, I want that, I want this, I want everyone's my way. You're out the door, darling. You're out the door. Bye. Or you just walk away from the situation. Don't get involved with it. Okay? So this is the other point I want to just mention, is that let that person work on themselves, and until they can learn to do that, Because for people to also go and they start saying remarks to you to make you feel guilty or to make you feel that oh, they don't like me, and that they're trying to entrap you into there, so they use you as energy. Now, it's not normal for you to be personally energetically drained by someone else's energy. And if it, whether it's a family member, whether it's a friend, if it's someone you work with, if it's someone like that, it's all the same reason. It's psychotic narcissistic traits, behaviour, form of it can be come across as abuse as well. And I feel for those people who've been watching my video now and maybe understand what I'm talking about. Because you got those people you've got to let go. Those people, they have to work on themselves so they can change and make differences and expect to have a different outcome, expect to have a completely, so their life can change, or wait so that you get invited or something like that, you know. I've had discussions like that where you should wait for them to say like, I'm really sorry for where I was, and then show me, you know, because they won't be able to show you unless they can work on it, or they're continuing to be down that way. Simple as that. It's also important to have, from something I've learned, is you have aggressive behaviour, being assertive, and then passive. You get people trapped in these sorts of relationships that can be, oh, it's okay, oh, okay. That's passive behaviour. You're condemning to their BS. And it's the same, but it's just as bad doing the opposite, retaliating to someone's ways, or someone who's pushing your buttons, or somebody where you just think, what on earth is wrong with this person? That's what you start to have in your mind. And then you have that balance of having is called having assertiveness, having the confidence to stand up and say, to say in a positive way and say, I'm going to go somebody else now, and then let them have their moment, or just completely walk away from the situation and just reflect from that and let them have their moment, okay? Because they will use you for energy. They will look for someone else to blame, complain that you're different, he's weird, he doesn't, don't worry, mate, I've had all this. Honestly. But it's important if you recognise this, okay, that you got to allow them to work on themselves. Do not get involved with them. Do not get under their energy. Allow them to then want to know and then come to you. Okay, you can still talk to the people, but don't get involved with them. Don't let them try and then entrap you, because if you can recognise the cues, the inconsistencies in your experiences with these types of people, just don't even get involved. Don't even buy into their energy, because they're probably likely not meaning what they're feeling anyway, and they're probably not actually feeling what they're saying to what they actually feel. Okay, so yeah, And the likelihood, the other thing is as well, is that if you are someone who has always been singled out, you're different, you're an outsider, or you're like you're yeah you to them you're just not their cup of tea, basically is the best way to say it, then they're better. Well, it's like you could be in a party with a bit of someone with the same senses, can you, or somebody who wants to be somebody else from a film. So I hope that helps you sum up it all, guys, and I really just want to share this so that if you're someone like who's had the same experience as I have, just want to say that want to send you love and light to you guys, and blessings. Thank you. Bye.